What's going on? What's going on, family? What's going on, family? Hope that you all are doing good. Thanks for joining me live. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Yeah, Grow Squad. Listen, thank you for, I know it doesn't sound like much, but I promise you, it's a lot for me. Thank you. I'll talk a little bit more about it later on, but I've reached 100 subscribers. Yeah, man, I'm reaching the big leagues. This ain't Club Shay Shay or The Pivot or Joe Rogan podcast, but I'm grateful for where I am. Grateful where I am. All right, thank you all. Thank you all for joining in. Yeah. Let me check this out. Yeah, you can go ahead and share. You can go ahead and share. You can go ahead and share. Thank you for jumping in here right quick. Thank you for jumping in here right quick. All right, we're going to get to it in just a minute. Get to it in just a second. Just a minute. If you watching this on replay, please go ahead and just fast forward to the meat of what I'm going to say today. All right. Talking a little bit about how Bronny James is better off than a lot of us realize. How Bronny James is essentially in a position that many people wish they were in. Yeah, not LeBron, Bronny. Don't miss what I just said. Because from what I'm told, from what out of LeBron's mouth, he didn't grow up with his father. And so he made it his business to try and be the best father he could be. Can't hate on the brother for that, man. And if you're from my neighborhood, you already know. And if you're not from my neighborhood, let me inform you that oftentimes fathers aren't around for whatever reason. I'm not here to discuss the reasons. I'm not here to discuss or to delineate possible misunderstandings as to why fathers in my neighborhood aren't typically around, but to see a father around, and I think a lot of times when we see this, especially in the Black community, and I heard someone say this the other day, that we for so long haven't seen fathers around. We haven't seen fathers setting up their kids for success in such a long time that when somebody does it, we almost think it's wrong. Isn't that interesting that fathers have been absent so long in my community? Fathers have been absent so long that when a father shows up and does something like LeBron James did for his son. Now, we don't know what the conversations were. All we know is what we think we know. All we know is what the blogs are saying. All we know is what individuals have shared with us. But we weren't in the back rooms with the conversations that were being had between LeBron James and the Lakers organization. We don't know. And thank you for those that are jumping in. Go ahead and hit that share button. Hit that share button. Share this live out because you got some people that I don't know just yet, and they need to hear what I got to say. Listen, LeBron James did something that I wish all fathers would do. LeBron James did something that I wish individuals would take more seriously, and that is setting your kids up for success. And I know I've looked at my demographics. I know a lot of individuals who follow me, who watch me, are men or males. And I'm saying to you, my brothers, if you're a father, you should set your kids up for success. And I'm thinking, I see some foolishness down here at the bottom. Let me go ahead and block some of these comments and situations that are not conducive to my channel, what I support, and what we're doing here today. All right, so listen up. I know a lot of times we find ourselves from the outside looking in. Let me just be transparent for a minute. Remember one time, my biological father, the very few times I saw him in my life, one time I saw him and he was in position to hook your boy up. And I'll get into it at some point along the way in terms of what that looked like in detail. But there was a time in my life that he was in position to hook me up, to put me in position to follow my dream, and he dropped the ball. For whatever, I don't know why he dropped the ball, but he dropped the ball. And check this out. And some of y'all that have been where I am can understand. He dropped the ball in my face. I mean, it wasn't that he dropped the ball without me knowing it. It wasn't that he dropped the ball somewhere else. I was standing right there, and he had a chance to do something to support me, to help me to get in position to follow my dream, to do something that I knew I wanted to do with my life and following my purpose and passion. And homeboy dropped the ball, man. And I said to myself, when I become a father, I'm going to do my very best to ensure that I never drop the ball for my offspring. I never dropped the ball, and I've been blessed now with the son. In fact, I'm on daddy duty right now. In fact, y'all don't believe me. Look, check it out. My boy, my boy is taking a nap. I'm on daddy duty right now, right? My wife's getting a much needed break. Man, I love it. But one of the things that was interesting when I saw my father, or my biological father, I should say, not do what I thought he was going to do. Man, that hurt me to my core. No, that really hurt me to my core. The fact that he could have done something to support me because he hadn't been present my for the better part of my life, and he didn't do it. LeBron James did something for his son that I wish my father could and would have done for me, but it didn't happen. So I'm not gonna hate on him. What I'm saying is LeBron James taught us 3 lessons that I want to give to you right quick. He taught us 3 lessons. If you're a father, if you are someone that's in position to help your children, whether it be your biological children, whether it be stepchildren, whether it be nieces and nephews, if you're in position to help somebody else out, wouldn't you want to help them out? If you're in position to help somebody out that couldn't help themselves out, if you're in position to set somebody up to live a better life than you. Now, there's a fine line. I get this. There's a fine line between raising kids who feel like they're entitled and kids who work hard, young people who work hard for where they want to go. And there's a fine line, and we'll get into that at another time. But what I'm saying is today, for our conversation right now, I see somebody on here said that LeBron took the opportunity for somebody else. Man, listen, I think somebody made this point the other day. How many of us remember the 55th pick in last year's draft? Nobody. You can look it up. That's really easy to do on Google. But Bronny James, of course, didn't have staggering stats. I live in California. Bronny James didn't wow the crowd. He didn't bring the numbers into the stadium. I mean, come on now. People that came to see him play came because of his dad. I get that. But ask yourself this question: is that his fault? Is that his fault that his daddy is the number 1 scoring leader in the NBA history? Is that his fault? No, it ain't his fault. And so his dad was like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use what I have. Don't forget this. LeBron James didn't grow up with his dad. So he's saying, I'm going to try to be the best dad I can be, and whatever I can pass on, whatever I can give away, whatever position I'm in that I can set my kids up. And in this case, Bronny James, if I can set them up to have a better upbringing, a better life, a better outcome than me, yeah, I'm going to do it. So here it is. And of course, I'm not here to debate, right? You know, we all have our opinions. I get it. And some people on one side of the argument, people on the other side, that's cool. We still cool. I mean, let's be honest. You and I, we still have our life to live. Whether or not we think that he should have been drafted or not, we still got our life to live. All right. So, hey, and I appreciate all the comments and all the responses and all the independent thought, because that's what makes the world a better place, when we have independent thought, independent ideas, and we don't just follow the crowd. So if you think another way, that's cool. But for me, some lessons I've learned from LeBron as a father. Number 1, I'm always going to do my best to teach my kid the value of hard work. I don't care what you say about Bronny James. LeBron James puts in work. LeBron James is serious about taking care of his body. LeBron James is serious about practice. LeBron James is serious about working on his craft, i.e., he's gotten better. He's been in the NBA 21 years. His shot has gotten better. His agility has gotten better. So check it out. Check it out. Check it out. LeBron James has taught us if we're going to really raise young people, raise kids that are going to do some powerful things in life, we got to teach them, number one, the value of hard work. And in that same vein, we can't be afraid of hard work. Yeah. And we're not going to, listen, we're not in the 1%. You and I, we're not going to make it to the NBA. You know, that's not a dream or a goal that's realistic for us. But whatever you're doing, wherever you are, whatever gifts you have, don't just rest on, don't just get comfortable because you became good at it. Get better every day. Let me challenge you, right? Let me challenge you. You're a father or not. Forget all the father, forget all that stuff for this moment. Wherever you are, wherever you're serving, whatever you're doing, if you're a college student, if you're working in a factory, if you're working for some kind of company, if you're a VP, if you're a big dog, if you're not a big dog, wherever you are, let hard work speak for you. I mean, hard work will open doors that money can't open. Come on, y'all. Hard work will open doors that a degree can't open. I'm not knocking anybody that's working hard toward a degree or anything of that nature. Hard work trumps everything else. So I want you to understand that one thing that I've learned from LeBron James as he set his kids up is LeBron James is not afraid of hard work or being dedicated to that hard work. Number two, never be afraid to show family support. You know, I know some guys in the neighborhood, and it's really kind of interesting for me to see. Some guys are ashamed of their families. They're ashamed of they have kids. They're ashamed that I'm like, I don't understand it. Never be ashamed of the fact that you were blessed. You know how many people desire to have kids? You know how many people desire to have families? You know how many people desire to have that kind of unit and they don't have it? So if you've been blessed to have a family, if you've been blessed to have children, if you've been blessed to do something that other people only wish and pray that they could do, you better take that thing as serious as it is and understand that it's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm giving you a couple of lessons from LeBron James, but this is real life. Family support is everything. And one of the things I've learned even as I've gotten married is, man, listen, there's nothing like family showing up for you. I mean, my wife and her family, I'm grateful that I'm a part of that unit now. Of course, my original family that I grew up with is same concept. But as I've gotten married, this thing has gone to another level from terms of the benefits of family support. LeBron James teaches us that there's power in that. Then number three, there's something to be said about letting your work speak for itself. I don't know how much finagling or negotiation LeBron had to do to get Bronny drafted. But that aside, his body of work speaks for itself. Now, is he better than Michael Jordan? Is he better than Kobe Bryant? Rest in peace. I don't know. In fact, I don't care. What I know is he is an individual who is iconic, who's global, who has used his platform for positive things. I've never heard a scandal about LeBron James. I've never heard anything dirty with regard to illegal about LeBron James's character. You've got to be serious about letting your work speak for itself. I believe that LeBron James, never talked to him in my life, never met him in my life. But I believe it's important to understand that I believe LeBron James counted the cost. Because listen, he came into the NBA at 18 years of age. And I don't know how many 18-year-olds that are watching this live that have come into $1 million. I don't know any myself. But however, LeBron James became an instant millionaire at 18 years of age. You mean to tell me he wasn't tempted to blow it all? I'm sure he was. He wasn't tempted by his homeboys to come to the neighborhood and do all kind of foolishness. Maybe he was. But what I am saying is this. LeBron James clearly counted the cost of keeping his name and his nose clean because he realized and recognized that his legacy and his family's legacy depended on him doing his best to live up to that name, to live up to that expectation, to live up to. Remember, he was in high school being called the chosen one. He was in high school being called the next. He was in high school and was getting all these gifts and things coming his way, not because of his good looks, because he had skills on the basketball court. So let's wrap it this way. Again, I'm not here to debate whether or not Bronny should have gotten drafted. Hey, he got drafted. We got to live with that. What I am here to celebrate is the fact that a young man that had a dream grew up in a house with a father who's an all-time great. And you can't argue that. He grew up with a father in a house where, and if LeBron James is my dad, I would have never touched a basketball. Let's be honest. If LeBron James were my father, I would have never touched a basketball because my daddy is that great. But Bronny touched the basketball. He realized and recognized, he saw firsthand the power of hard work, the power of dedicating yourself to a craft. And he said, I want to go after what I saw, what I'm watching my daddy go after. I want to go after what I saw my daddy's dream was. I want to put myself in position to do the same thing that my father is doing. Kudos to him. Now, will he himself be a great? Will Bronny be somebody who breaks the scoring record? Will Bronny be somebody who I don't know. From the looks of it, I doubt it. But stranger things have happened. I don't know. Right? You don't know either. None of us know. But what I do know is whether or not we agree with what LeBron James' position is or his ability to change decisions on draft night. What I do know is that his son had a dream. And from everything that's being told to us, his dad put him in position every single day of his life to follow that dream. And I'm sure he said to him at some point, if I can help you cross that last hurdle to get there, I'll do everything in my power to do just that. What does that mean for us today? I've been on about 18 minutes. I'm about to wrap. That means for us that even though you're not in, you may never be in a position that Bronny James was in, I want to encourage you. Even though your stats may not be the best, even though your stats may not be what people think they should be, there's still greatness in you. Yeah. Even though you may not jump off the charts, there's still purpose in your life and on your life. Wherever you are right now, I want you to tune into my podcast this coming Wednesday. It drops at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right? So 10 a.m. on this coming Wednesday. In fact, go ahead and just subscribe and hit that notification button. It's going to drop. It's going to drop live. It's going to premiere right here on YouTube. But nonetheless, I want you to understand this. I'm going to give some more nuggets. The reason I said that, I'm going to give some additional nuggets on Wednesday morning with regard to what it looks like to chase your purpose, what it looks like to put yourself in position to find your passion. Because let's be honest, for many of us, we can't find our passion. We got some things we like every now and then, but chasing your passion, discovering your passion, finding your passion is a whole different ballgame. I want to give you some insight as to what has helped me and what is still helping me as I'm going after what I believe I was born to do. So I want to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I want to keep giving you value, keep giving you information, keep giving you nuggets that I think will be applicable to your life and the life of individuals that you may be in connection with as well. So y'all keep being great, man. I want to encourage you all not to get tied up in stuff that is not putting you in position to follow your dreams and goals, right? But always connect yourself with people, situations, and information that will help you reach higher heights. All right. Thank you all for joining me right quick on this live. Listen again, Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock. My the next show drops for the Eugene Hamilton podcast. All right, until then, y'all be great. Peace.